Okay guys, back again with another video to help you out. This time I'm showing you how to take the steering wheel airbag out of a 2017 Chevy Impala. I'm going to be real with you, this is a pain, not like the video that I watched showing how to do this, which was like a minute and a half long and didn't explain anything. So first of all, don't mess with this stuff if you don't disconnect the battery first. Make sure that there's no charge on the system at all. Take the battery loose. I would include the little battery in the back if you had that start stop battery back there. I don't know. But anyway, you don't want this going off if it hasn't already. These are expensive and a pain to take out. So anyway, if your buttons are bad and you need to replace those or whatever, this is how you can take the airbag out to get to those too. Anyway, this is being pulled from a junkyard for a customer who needs it. I don't know what their issues are. But if you replace this, you'll probably also need to replace the SRS module that controls these, which is located probably underneath the center console. Those are either replaced or reprogrammed. I don't know if those can be reprogrammed. In some cars, brands, they can be reprogrammed and put back in. So others, that are only a one-time use only module and they need to be replaced. Additionally, if this goes off, you may need to replace the clock spring, which is behind the steering wheel, which is also useful to know how to get this out of there to get to that. Anyway, tools I used were flathead screwdriver, real thin one. This one's bent on the end, and I also have this little pick tool that I made out of a car antenna. Something real thin like this. I saw where somebody used a Torx head screwdriver. You can use that too if you have one that's small enough that you can work with. But in order to take this out, I'm in the junkyard again. For anybody wondering, you'll need to come over to the side of the car and you'll have these little holes. And as I've been stabbing the crap out of this thing trying to get it out, I was going to try to cut the steering wheel because it is junk. Whenever this impacted, whatever it impacted, it broke the steering column itself, so the wheel is loose side to side inside the column. Anyway, you'll want to stick your pick tool in the little hole. There's another one just like it on the other side, and it's pretty tight. It's a pretty tight fit in there, so there's not a lot of wiggle room. So when you put your pick tool in there, you're coming down this little opening inside the column, inside the steering wheel airbag itself, and you're pressing against this wire spring right here. So you're coming in here and you're pressing against this, if I can get it to hold still long enough. And I had to stab at this multiple times. Which is why I used the screwdriver and also this pick tool. I had to kind of feel around inside of here for it, but when you find it, you can press against it, and that'll release one side. Now, as you're pressing against this, when you find it and you press against it, pull out on the edge of the airbag, so it actually pulls loose from the steering wheel. If you just try to press against it, this spring doesn't provide enough springiness to get it pushed away from the steering wheel enough to really grab a hold of it. And then make sure you hold on to that side, so when you go to do the other side, this side doesn't click back in and you have to start all over again because it's a pain. And then you'll do the same thing over here. As you see, I stabbed this thing so many times, but it's still good. But you press it against that, and inside of here you've got these hooks. This is what those wire springs are hooked against inside of here. That's what you're trying to get past to release it. When you do get both sides unhooked, you'll have to really kind of pull on this thing to get it to pull out from the steering wheel. You'll only get a little bit of slack because you got these two plugs back here, and you'll actually have a third plug over here for your steering wheel controls. So if you're taking your steering wheel control buttons loose, you'll have these little tiny Torx head screws to remove, and this wire plug right here. And then you can pull that plug, or pull this control piece out. Same with this side over here, there's 3 of them to get to these. But inside of here, you'll have these two big plugs here. They're color coded, so you can't mess them up when you're putting them back in. If you need to replace something or you're putting your airbag back in, you'll have these two little orange tabs on either side. You'll need to pull up on each one of them at the same time to release this from the back of the airbag. Same with that one. And then you'll have this large plug right here that goes into the passenger side button. They're button controls, and you'll have this little tab right here to press against. So that's how you take this airbag out. So if you have any questions on this thing, or comments or anything like that, leave those down below. Subscribe for more videos. If this helped you, drop a like down below. It's the least thing you can do to show people that this is a good video and actually explain stuff, because I'm not gonna just point to things and tell you how to do something without actually explaining it. So thanks again for watching. See you later.